You could walk up to them and you can, feel the aircraft, look at the aircraft, and then also, talk to the pilots as well. And some of them, they're very nice, and they'll even let you climb up and get into their aircraft as well.
Warbirds over Flagler takes flight tomorrow, and this year's event will feature the county's first ever drone show.
Appearing on last Friday's Free for All, Airport Director Roy Seeger said they'll have aircraft displays, interactive exhibits, food vendors, live entertainment, and plenty of Warbirds.
We're having a C-47. That is the aircraft. Some people call it a DC-3. That's the aircraft that shrunk the world, but it was very pivotal aircraft used during World War II. That's where all the paratroopers jumped out of when they jumped onto Normandy. We have T-6 is going to be there. Those were training aircraft. Same thing with the TBM Avenger. They dropped torpedoes to sink submarines during World War II. T-28s that were used during Korea. They were actually, believe it or not, it was a prop plane, but it had a lot of different systems on it. And we have some CJ-6s as well. Those were Nanchang training aircraft. So we do have two jets coming. We have a T-33, again, another training jet, and an L-39 was another training jet, and that was used in Russia.
Kelly Navarro from Nexus 360 with details on the Sky Glow drone show Saturday night.
You're going to see a bunch of drones that's making formation with a storyboard that's going to be dedicated towards our veterans and also with our executive airport. And it's going to be much fun. It's going to be a big family event. Salute to our vets. And we want everyone to come out and enjoy it and see what new aerial entertainment's all about.
For the complete schedule of events, visit warbirds.overflagler.com. I'm Daryl Moody reporting.
Good morning, Flagler County. I'm Rich Carroll. You're listening to Flagler's Morning News on Friday, March 21st. Today, we finish our week-long coverage of the 5 finalists for the position of city manager for the city of Palm Coast.
Paul Trombino is a Florida native from Sarasota and has a desire to share his talents if selected as the next city manager for the city of Palm Coast.
As I look at the city and have come to learn it and watch videos and read lots of things about the city, has an incredible opportunity towards growth. Number one. That also comes with a lot of responsibility, trying to really make growth be intentional, have it really designed to really bring the scale that the community wants to see long term.
As the city of Palm Coast moves forward in its search for a new city manager, the field of candidates is narrowed to 5 finalists who will participate in an on-site interview process on April 24th and 25th.
It's been an incredible experience for me. The most rewarding projects I've always done, even when I was doing a lot of state work, were those in the community, because you see the outcome, you see the impact quickly that what happens to the community overall. So those are the types of things why I think I bring a fit to this position.
The city is planning a 2-day interview process to give candidates, city leaders, and the community multiple opportunities to connect. On Thursday, the 24th, finalists will participate in community tours, meetings with senior staff, one-on-one interviews with city council members, and a public meet and greet. The process continues on Friday. Following those interviews, City Council will convene for a special workshop on April 28th or 29th to select the next city manager. For Flagler's Local Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you. If you love dogs, the Jammin' for Paws fundraiser is this Sunday.
Here's Caroline Johnson of SMART, Saving Missing Animals Response Team.
We're a rescue that does search and rescue of lost dogs, dumped dogs. We take in mostly abused and at-risk dogs, and we get them fully vetted. We put them in foster homes. If they've been abused and have trust issues, we basically rehab them and get them to a point of trusting humans and adoptable.
This Sunday, you can help them and have fun at the same time.
We're going to be at the Palm Coast Elks Lodge from 12 to 5. We have food, music, drinks, pups for adoption. A lot of our adopted dogs will be out with their families. So just a charity day. The band's decided to put that on for us as a day of charity to help cover all the medical expenses and try to raise some funds to do what we can for the animals.
Gates open Sunday, 11:30 a.m. at the Palm Coast Elks Lodge. Tickets available at the door for a $10 donation, and the first 50 people get a free drink ticket. For WNZF News, I'm Liz Ryan.
Over the weekend, deputies handled 933 calls for service, conducted 181 traffic stops, and made 22 arrests.
As we get ready for the weekend, let's take a look back at last weekend's crime activity in Flagler County. Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley.
A few of the notable arrests was a Palm Coast man was arrested after a toddler was found wandering alone in the center of a residential road. When deputies were called by concerned citizens, they went to the toddler's home and discovered the toddler was living in absolutely horrendous conditions. And the male that was responsible for the child was obviously impaired, at least under alcohol, although there were needles and other paraphernalia found throughout the house. Also found was a neglected dog that was emancipated and looked like its ear was starting to rot off. Flagler Humane Society was called, along with the Florida Department of Children and Family Services. In another case, a pervert was deciding to take a shower at Hidden Trails Park in the Mondex while there was also a party going on in the park. He decided to take a shower in the nude and was dancing around. He was arrested for indecent public nudity and possession of drug paraphernalia. 2 females that were with him were also arrested. Drugs make you do stupid things, and these 3 idiots found their way to the Green Roof Inn for the weekend.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.
And now, Mike Lee Show with your WNZF local sports update.
Richard catches between the rings. Richard will hold. Shot clock start. Shove this one up for the Gators. Chop up an SEC tournament championship for Florida.
Call courtesy of Learfield Audio. That was 5 days ago when Florida captured their first SEC basketball championship in 11 years, defeating Tennessee 86-77. UF earned the 1 seed in the NCAA tournament for the first time since 2014. They're in Raleigh, North Carolina to take on Norfolk State tonight at 6:50. Coach Todd Golden knows that a bullseye comes along with a top seed.
We're not flying under the radar anymore. Now we're going to have to make sure that we handle success really well going into the NCAA tournament.
That game can be seen on TNT. The winner will play the UConn-Oklahoma winner Sunday. With spring break, it was a quiet week locally. FPC Baseball has back-to-back wins in the Sanford Spring Break Tournament. They wrap up with Horizon today. Matanzas Baseball was outlasted 8-7 by Vanguard Monday. FPC Track was at the East River Invitational. The boys had 6 individual winners. The 4x400 relay team also took first. 3 girls won their events, as did the 4x100 relay team. All teams will return to action next week. This is your home for local sports, with updates Mondays and Fridays. From the WNZF Sports Desk, I'm Mike Licio.